Hi everyone, welcome to our Tuesday TNT as we whip around Thailand with some of the main news stories. Thank you for dropping in. Please subscribe to the channel because that's the best thing that you can do, apart from watching I suppose, to help the channel grow and help me provide you with, well, I suppose the largest breadth of news that I can dig out each day. All the kids heading to school, driving their motorbikes past. This is like the area where they sort of accelerate down the road. Anyway, yesterday there was a lot of coverage about this proposal for Chinese police to, I suppose, patrol mainly tourist areas here in Thailand, and it got a universal rejection of the idea, and not only in my comment section, but just about everywhere, including in Thai social media. Let's just check some of the headlines that we saw yesterday. Idea for Chinese police to patrol in Thailand lights up social media. Chinese police operating in other countries is nothing new. No Chinese cops on Thai street, says police chief. We'll get into that in detail in a moment. Another one from the Bangkok Post, unease over Chinese cops. Chinese police presence in Thailand, a slap in the face from an ex-NIA deputy director. Top cop rejects presence of Chinese police in Thailand. From The Nation, Thai police dismissed TAT proposal to have Chinese policemen patrol tourist areas. Pretty much a universal rejection from social media, and the top cop, the police and the government have backtracked and clarified that, well, what was proposed by the TAT isn't going to happen. Let's get into some more detail. Thai PBS World saying top cop rejects presence of Chinese police in Thailand, and the National Police Commissioner has opposed the concept of inviting Chinese police to patrol with their Thai counterparts, ostensibly to increase the safety of Chinese tourists. I suppose the bottom line here is that if the police commissioner says it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And Police General Torsak said, I disagree with the idea as it would infringe on Thai sovereignty. Thai police are quite capable of taking care of Thai people as well as tourists. And he went further saying reports that it was a Thai police initiative may have been a misunderstanding. What we've proposed is the setting up of coordination centre with China so that when there are crimes related to China, we could exchange information about suspects and cases. And he went on to say that the concept of joint patrols with the Chinese was tried in Italy. I believe that was because in Italy there was a language barrier issue, so they needed help from Chinese police. And then he said, such problems do not, however, happen with Thai police. Well, there's as much difference between Mandarin and Cantonese and Italian as there is between any Chinese languages and Thai, so that's a ridiculous statement. Of course, there's a huge language barrier between Chinese tourists and Thais. But according to the TAT governor, it was the Thai Prime Minister's idea to invite Chinese police to patrol with their Thai counterparts to help provide security for Chinese tourists in Thailand. So she's already in deflection mode, a lot of misunderstanding going on, and it was already clarified yesterday from the Thai government, directly from the Prime Minister's office, that that was not the case. But we go to the Bangkok Post and unease over Chinese cops. It says that cooperation between Thai and Chinese police is necessary to help restore confidence in tourist safety. And the government proposal to invite Chinese police to Thailand has stirred public discussions this week, as some people raised concerns about allowing them to patrol alongside Thai police. But the TAT governor said the joint police patrol scheme was just one proposal among several regarding possible cooperation between Thai and Chinese police to strengthen security. Tour operators in China are in favour of this scheme, as Chinese tourists will have more confidence if they know their police are nearby while travelling, particularly with negative views about safety issues on Chinese social media, as Chinese arrivals remained weak despite the visa-free scheme implemented in September. I'm just wondering if police from your country were able to roam the streets of Thailand, somewhere near you were touring, if you'd somehow feel more safe. I was trying to sort of put this into my own context and think, oh, there are Australian police nearby, so I'm much safer. I don't think there's many Chinese who would be thinking, oh, thank heavens the Chinese police are here. It's going to make my holiday much safer. Just don't think that's correct. And then it's quoting the president of the Association of Thai Travel Agents, who said having Chinese police officers patrolling the city might not be a good idea, as Thai police should be responsible for this job on their own, as well as other safety and security issues, while Chinese police can help by providing necessary support. So that's coming from the Thai travel side. Let's go to the police response, and Nation Thailand saying Thai police dismiss TAT proposal to have Chinese policemen patrol tourist cities. So it looks like a lot of the blame of the story getting out the way it did is being directed at the TAT and their delivery of the proposal to Thai media. And a senior police officer ruled out the possibility of Chinese police patrolling key tourist cities in Thailand to boost the confidence of Chinese travellers. And the officer, who asked not to be named, said it could not be implemented due to the restrictions of Thai security law. And the unnamed source said, I believe this project cannot be done because Thai law does not permit foreign officials to join the operations of Thai police. It will clearly break the law. And then the unnamed source said the Premier was concerned that false reports like human traffickers kidnapping Chinese tourists to sell their organs would hurt Thailand's tourism industry. Yep, there's plenty of bluster and bullshit circulating on social media, particularly when it comes to issues relating to China. The best I can do is just report the stories as they are, and then we'll let you make up your own mind. Tuesday's TNT, and an invitation to click on that subscribe button. Even give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the program. We do this 5 days a week to try and keep you up to date with the main stories around Thailand. Dengue's back in the news, and this coming from ASEAN Now. Strangely, I found this on their Instagram page, but I imagine the text is exactly the same from their main website. And dengue fever infections increase by about 300% this year. And it's reported that the number of dengue fever patients in Thailand recorded between January the 1st and November the 1st were more than 123,000, an increase of nearly 300% compared to last year. And the acting Director General of the Department of Disease Control said that of the 123,000 people infected, 139 have died, and most were in the 25 to 34 age group. Well, that's interesting. 25 to 34-year-olds. Who would have thought that they were the ones most likely to be sitting at a bar dangling their bare legs at sunset and getting bitten by striped mosquitoes? Let's try and find out a bit more. He said that officials had conducted field surveys of the potential breeding grounds of striped mosquitoes, such as temples, mosques, churches, hotels, resorts, schools, factories, hospitals and government offices. Pretty much covers everything, and discovered that nearly 61% of temples are significant hatching grounds for striped mosquito pupae, followed by 55% of factories and 46% of schools. So putting all those numbers together, you do get a bit of a framework on where you're most likely to be bitten by a mosquito. And who would have thought that if you're a 24 to 35-year-old, you're most likely to be bitten in a temple? Talking weather now, and often we're talking about weather up in northeastern or northern Thailand with the remnants of tropical storms floating in from the South China Sea. Well, now the warnings are at the other end of Thailand, and Thai PBS World reports flood warnings for 9 southern provinces. People living in Thailand's 9 southernmost provinces have been advised to brace for possible flash floods and river overflows due to increased rainfall between tomorrow and Saturday. An easterly wind in the Gulf of Thailand, compounded by low pressure cell over the Malaysian coastline, will result in more rain. It's going to affect Chumpon, Ranong, Suratani, Nakhon Si Thammarat, Patalung, Songkhla, Pattani, Yala and Naritawat. Sorry for me murdering those pronunciations, but it looks like it's mostly affecting the eastern side, the provinces on the Gulf of Thailand and further down south. Then it says the Met Department reported today that a moderate new cold front from China, it's always China's fault, is now covering the entire northeastern region and parts of the northern and central regions of Thailand. And this weather pattern will result in strong winds and rainstorms in northern, eastern and central provinces, with heavy to very heavy rainfall in southern Thailand, according to the weatherman. Well, I suppose it could be the weather woman, but it looks like there are alerts for northern, eastern and southern Thailand. Let's check the radar in southern Thailand. And it looks to me like not a lot happening as regarding big storms. That's covering all the way from Chumpon down to the Malay border. Not much to really talk about at the moment, but it looks like it will increase tomorrow and through to Saturday, according to the TMD. And to this headline in calsodenglish.com, the son of a Spanish actor pleads not guilty in Thailand to most charges in the killing of a surgeon. And a lot of this story referring to the young man's father because he came to the start of this trial. Let's try and find out what's going on. And it says there the Spanish actor Rodolfo Sancho, the father of the accused. And Daniel Sancho Boncello, 29, was indicted by prosecutors last month over the death of Edwin Arrieta Artiaga, whose remains were found stuffed in plastic bags at a landfill on Kopangan, an island famous for its rave-style full moon parties. The indictment laid out the charges of premeditated murder, concealment of the body and destruction of other people's documents. And Sancho pleaded not guilty to two of the charges. The Spanish news agency EFE reported that sources close to his family said he pleaded not guilty to the murder and destruction of documents charges, but pleaded guilty to the charge of hiding the victim's body. The charge of premeditated murder carries a possible death penalty, and the court said it would hold a session later this month to examine the evidence. And the media was not allowed to film Sancho as he was brought to court. His father, the Spanish actor, was present in court, and police have said Sancho came in to report a missing person after the body parts were found and was detained. He later reportedly confessed to killing and dismembering Arrieta and dumping the body parts in the landfill and the sea, though he denied that his action was premeditated. So pleading not guilty, that will go to a full trial and probably take several months, but we'll continue to follow that story as more information emerges. And to this story, also reported on the ASEAN Now Instagram page, Chinese ambassador calls on Thai media to censor its coverage of Taiwan to protect relationships. Oh really? Let's see what happened with this story. Shocking and peremptory statements from Chinese officials in Bangkok appears to order the Thai media into line over Taiwan. The trigger was a respectful interview on the Thai PBS channel with the Taiwanese foreign minister. It says the Chinese embassy in Bangkok has warned Thai media outlets about coverage of Taiwan, saying it could damage the friendship between the people of China and Thailand in an angry tone. The diplomatic mission strongly criticised as nonsense and fallacies the pronouncement of the Taiwanese foreign minister in an interview given in Taipei on November the 1st to the respected TV station Thai PBS. Thai PBS is a bit like the PBS in the United States or the ABC in Australia, basically government funded and always relatively responsible and careful about its media coverage. And the embassy statement described the interview as an abuse of press freedom that harmed the relationship between Thailand and China. And then on Saturday, the Chinese embassy in Bangkok issued an extraordinary statement criticising a Thai media outlet for carrying an interview with the Taiwanese foreign minister. Well, I'd be very happy if the opportunity arose, probably won't, of interviewing the Taiwanese foreign minister. I'd be equally happy to do an interview with the Chinese foreign minister. That's as equally unlikely. But I think we just need to try and keep an open mind with all these issues. And we're not going to be taking any sides here. That's not our job. We'll continue to report this very important story and the relations between China and Taiwan into the future, because there's no doubt that that will continue to be a big story in this region. And with that, I thank you very much for popping in today. I'm going to Phuket, probably or maybe reporting from Phuket tomorrow. In the meantime, please subscribe to the channel. Big thumbs up for our sponsors, 5 Star Marine. Here's their website, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.